Welcome back, everybody. On July 20th, IGovTT will be celebrating its 10th anniversary. There are going to be some activities, including an interfaith service. With me this morning, Mr. Kirk Henry, who is the CEO of IGovTT, and Mr. Charles Bob Semple, who is the Deputy CEO of IGovTT. Good morning, gentlemen, and welcome.
Good morning, Rishi.
So, a lot to look forward to on the 20th. But before we get to that, what does IGovTT, what does it do?
Well, Rishi, IGovTT, branded IGovTT, we are the National ICT Company Limited of Trinidad and Tobago, and we essentially operate as consultants, IT consultants, to the government of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. We provide specialist technical advice in a range, a spectrum of IT services to ministries, departments, agencies. Each ministry, department, they would have their own IT department. But on those occasions when they're working on special projects that they may not have the human capacity, the experience, they come to us for assistance. And we generally come in behind the scenes, support the initiative to get things going for the ministry.
Yeah, because I was going to ask, so because all of these ministries would have, say, communications department and IT department and HR department, what is really the purpose of having, these organizations like IGovTT? Isn't that just taking away from the work that these other offices in the ministries can do? Actually,
and that's a great question. The concept behind iGov is really to maximize or to benefit from economies of scale associated with shared services. What does that mean? It means that, for example, the infrastructure to support the 25,000 odd users that we provide service to across ministries, we have the technical capability, we have the resource, so that individual ministries can focus on their individual lines of business as opposed to be focusing on items which a centralized area could more adequately manage.
So there is use for the organization.
Oh, definitely.
So everybody's not going to do the same thing. They will focus on different things, which is important.
That's correct.
Mr. Charles.
Hi, sir.
It sounds interesting, this whole concept of IGovTT, and one of the things that falls under IGovTT is TT Connect.
Yes.
Now, that is what I know.
Yes.
I know that TT Connect, I use TT Connect, so I know what it is. What are some of the other programs that IGovTT offer?
Right, so Kirk could have mentioned the shared services to the ministry. That is dubbed GovNet, which is our infrastructure to allow ministries, divisions, and agencies to collaborate, communicate, and have access to emails and so on. We participated ICT consulting. So, for instance, the same ministries will want solutions for certain items within their area. So we have a consulting arm who will assist and provide assistance in terms of creation of terms of reference. We also partnered with TSTT for an e-tender solution, and it is currently being rolled out to several areas so that we could now have procurement occur online, so persons will be able to bid online, be able to evaluate, assess, and so on, everything online. So part of our remit is, as Kirk mentioned, is to focus on some of the larger items where we could have shared services. So for instance, the e-tender platform, we'll create that platform and the individual ministries will tap into it, make use of it to fulfill their purpose so that they could focus on their core line of business.
I mean, in this day and age, people don't like to go out in the traffic to go into Port of Spain or go anywhere to do any sort of business. So having a service like this should be beneficial. What are some of the other accomplishments over the last 10 years for IGovTT?
Well, apart from the flagship products, as we like to call them, which really is the shared service infrastructure, the GovNet, in recent times, we have been delving into areas. For example, we recently launched a chatbot service that allows citizens to go up to the TT Connect website to make inquiries regarding services that are offered by various government ministries. And this is available 24/7.
Okay.
In addition to that, as most of us would be familiar, we shop online and we have access to virtual CSRs. If you have an inquiry, a question regarding a service, you speak with somebody at your keyboard or on your mobile device. We have recently launched a similar service, and right now it is in use at the Ministry of Social Development. And it allows citizens to not have to leave their homes if they're unable to get to a phone or to make a phone call to immediately chat and ask a question. It also facilitates citizens who are in the diaspora. We have inquiries coming from a far field as New York, in Pakistan, in India, requesting information and access to services locally, and is enabled through the use of the digital technology.
But how long does it take for somebody to get a response using this form of technology? Because I know I hate having to call somebody to get information about something and you're ringing the phone off for 5 minutes and nothing.
And that's a perennial problem. We live in an age where we expect instant responses to inquiries. And this is exactly why we implemented the service, so that we have what we call virtual CSRs available and always able to respond in the instant to inquiries or requests for services.
Okay, so I can call you all up anytime and get the information, or call up the necessary organization.
Yes, once you have an internet connection, you have access to services and information to access these services for any ministry, department, or agency trying to Tobago.
Yeah, so Mr. Charles, you must be happy with the progress of IGovTT over the last 10 years?
Yes, I very much so. And what we have embarked on recently is a hackathon initiative where we incorporated, and I'll explain what that is because I saw the question mark on the face. A hackathon is an event where persons will come together to hack at solutions. What we have done is incorporate academia to hack 3 solutions for government. We partnered with the University of the West Indies, Hacker Hostel out of Jamaica, and Telios locally. We invited all 18 tertiary institutions, and there were 22 registered teams of 5 persons. It started in March, and the qualification period was 3 months. We're down to 6 teams. The final will be on the 11th of September. And out of that initiative, we will have 3 solutions that will be deployed throughout the government of Trinidad and Tobago: TT Commute, Employ TT, and e-appointment. So you'll be able to make appointments with institutions. You will be able to have access to the available jobs within ministries, agencies, within TTT. And TT Commute will offer you the possibility of, for instance, we utilize Waze, but it will be localized to Trinidad and Tobago so that we could have several options of commute between points, the estimated time, and the cost, how much it will cost us. So those are some initiatives we're looking at.
So it sounds exciting, and all of that is part of the...
Oh, definitely. And just to add, when we speak to the hackathon, we had on the last segment, you referenced a Trinidadian doing good work. These solutions are being developed by local talent, harnessing the creativity that is often on exhibit during Carnival to come up with solutions in a vibrant way to express their passion, so that what we do is encourage the local talent to come to the fore.
Yeah, and a lot of work being done by IGovTT. Now, on the Friday, the 19th of July, 2019, from 9 o'clock to 10:15 a.m., so that's 9 a.m. to 10:15 a.m., there will be an interfaith service at the Government Campus Plaza Auditorium. Any other initiatives or any other plans? Oh,
definitely. As you know, we mentioned the hackathon, which culminates the finals, which kind of coincides with the 10-year anniversary. We have some initiatives. We are working on a couple major platforms.
Right.
One of which is an online payment facility that would allow citizens to make payments for services, for government services online, without having to leave the comforts of their home and to have the item fulfilled potentially through one of the local carriers.
Mr. Henry, what is the website?
Our website is ttconnect.gov.tt.
And people can definitely check out the website to get more information. Mr. Kirk Henry, CEO IGovTT, and also Mr. Charles Bob Semple, Deputy CEO of IGovTT. Thank you, gentlemen, so much for coming on, sharing some of the work that you all are doing. And, all the very best for the 10th anniversary celebration.
Thank you very much.
All right.